For those of you who have been watching, you would notice that there have been some changes at Capcom. And usually these have come out from internal leaks where they're talking about how to make characters respectful. Because for the last 20 years, I remember everyone complaining that the problem with Capcom is that they're making characters disrespectful. It's not that they're putting day one DLC on the disc. It's not that they have like some predatory business practice. No, 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 no. Like the way they draw women, like the way their misogynistic artists draws them tits. That is the problem. The company is sinful. And they got the lecture, they got the stern talking through from California, yeah? And they realized like, holy shit, we're some evil people, aren't we? Oh, how can we be good? I know, we're going to hire the HR hags. And they did. They hired the HR hags. And the HR hags went and they tinkered with the misogynismus. And now the characters from Capcom look respectful. It's like the type of woman that you would be proud to invite at the Thanksgiving dinner to present to your mother. To be fair though, like Capcom isn't going out of its way in order to androgynize the female characters. They're at the stage where it's the in-between. Like they just started adding the women plus into their game. But they're also going with the body type A, body type B nonsense. The pronouns. The holy pronouns. The American Sacramento. The pronouns in the video game. Those are also there. Even though it's a fighting game and it doesn't make sense. But again, you know that you have been blessed by California when you have the pronouns in your video game. So with that out of the way, it was up to the peasants, to the masses, to the actual modern audience to say, hey, you know what? We can mod this shit. Like we don't have to put up with it. We're going to create some mods. And if they don't want to hire the misogynistic artist to draw the tits, then we are going to delve into the dark internet and use our own artists to create the evil misogyny on your computer screen. You are going to see ushikushi ladies like no company is able to create. The internet will provide what the AAA company cannot. And this couldn't go unchallenged by the HR hags. I mean, they were absolutely foaming at the mouth, livid. So Capcom had like this very interesting internal memo where they're now considering mods to be actually part of the game. Like, they unironically believe that if you make an Ashley mod, which is lewd, then it reflects on the image of Capcom. So basically, like, they assume responsibility for literally everything that people create. So if you create, like, the Holocaust mod in Resident Evil, Capcom believes that the public will think that it is Capcom themselves doing it, right? So basically what they're going to do, if you have that mindset, they take it upon themselves, like they view it's their responsibility to control what mods people are and aren't allowed to do. This is the equivalent of some author, like George R.R. Martin, saying that it is his responsibility to control every single piece of fan fiction about his books on the internet. So basically, if I make some Game of Thrones fan fiction, R.R. Martin thinks that my work affects his, and it is his responsibility to gatekeep what I do. Complete madness, right? But it's a power-hungry madness, because usually when you're responsible for something, it means that you should be punished if you fail the responsibility, right? Like when a child is responsible for feeding the dog. If the child is neglectful and doesn't feed the dog, he's going to get a scolding from the parents, right? Like that's what actual responsibility mean. But when companies talk about responsibility, they don't mean it like that. They just mean it like, no, we want to have more power. Like, we want to decide what fan fiction is allowed, because this is what a mod is at the end of the day. It's fan fiction. So when they said that, people realized that the Naked Ashley mod, which was one of the most popular mods that was on Nexus for a while, regarding Resident Evil, it got taken down by the Nexus mods. And when people looked into it, the takedown was a request by Capcom. So Capcom didn't want people to have these naked mods. And by the way, like naked mods for Capcom are some of the most popular. Like if you look at Street Fighter, for instance, they're incredibly popular. But the problem is, if you think about it, who cares what people do in the privacy of their own home, right? Like if someone wants a naked Chun-Li mod, who the fuck cares? Like whatever. But what I think is going on, the reason that they're doing this is not ideological in nature. Like they're using ideology to get what they want. They hate the fact that you can mod your game and get skins better than the ones that they're creating. And you're not going to buy their skins anymore. That is the problem, right? Like Capcom wants to make money by selling DLC. And a lot of these DLC are expensive costumes, so they don't want you to be able to like mod your game. Because if you think about it, when you're playing Street Fighter, like do you really care if your naked version of Chun-Li is seen by the other person? The answer is no, you don't. Like all you care about is what you see on your computer screen. So they're probably thinking, oh shit, like a lot of people are using mods that are free and they're not buying our skins. So if we make this ideological, if we pretend that we just it reflects our company image or some bullshit like that, we got out this leftist ideological bent, and we're going to get leftists to defend us when we decide to take down streamers' content. And this is what they're doing right now. Like there are people on Twitter that are claiming this. Obviously, it's hard to verify. You know, it's people showing screenshots. But they're basically saying that their YouTube videos have been struck down because they have mods installed in their games. And there have been like a couple of people showing this to the point where I believe that it may be true. The problem is that it's illegal. I mean, I'm not an expert in American legislation, especially not trademark, but like from my understanding, this is fair use. Like if you do a let's play of a video game, it is fair use. And if you're going to basically claim under penalty of perjury that no, actually it's an infringement of your property when it isn't, eventually they're going to get their ass sued by someone. The problem is that lawsuits are expensive, most people don't want to go to court, and of course is the issue that, well, Capcom is a multi-million-dollar international corporation, so many people aren't going to fuck with them, but the EU may fuck with them. The EU likes suing companies like this. So if they're going to try to pull this shit with some EU streamers, it only takes one. You know, at the end of the day, it's also if gamers are going to put up with it or not. Like, I personally, due to this, I'm not going to watch any more EVOs when Capcom is playing their games. I'm not, like, I don't have to put up with this bullshit from a company. Like, it's absolutely disgusting. Unless they come out and they apologize for this or issue a clarification. Like, a clarification is also fine. If they're not doing this, due to the scandal, they should come out and say, look, we're not interested in striking people for playing mods. Like, we struck them for some other reason, that's fine. But if you're going to allow this to go on, like you as a company, it's impossible that you don't know this is a controversy. Like there's over 180,000 people talking about this right now. It's impossible that Capcom has no idea that it's going on. They should come out and they should make a statement and say either they're not doing this, or if they are, then, well, I'm definitely not going to watch people streaming their games anymore. Like, fuck this shit. I do not want companies to be able to dictate what mods are and aren't allowed on the market. So let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.